Hi, and welcome to another Monetize Pros video. This is part 2 of our display advertising tutorial. In part 1, I gave a number of suggestions for improving display ad performance and highlighted some examples of best practice in action. I'm going to do more of the same here. Let's get started. I left off in part 1 by mentioning that text ads are often more effective than image-based ads. I want to pick up with this now and go a bit deeper by highlighting a few examples of text-based ads that do a good job of blending in with the surrounding content. This example is from moneytalksnews.com, a personal finance site. Note that the in-content text ad is styled to look exactly like the surrounding article. Here's another example from Chron.com, the online home of the Houston Chronicle. Again, note how there's a text ad appearing in the middle of the article that's styled to look exactly like the surrounding text. By styling ads to match the surrounding content, we can combat banner blindness, which is the tendency of web visitors to completely tune out advertisements. The idea to keep in mind here is simple. If it doesn't look like an ad, it's more likely to attract attention and generate clicks and revenue. Let's move on to a related topic now, the effective use of link units. While the standard display ads I focused on in part 1 appear on almost every site online, there's only a very small percentage of these that use link units. Let's start with a basic overview of how these ads work. Link units are much smaller than traditional ads. In many cases, it's only a single line of text containing a series of targeted keywords. Clicking on one of these links takes visitors to a landing page where they'll be served a variety of ads. At this point, no revenue has been generated. Visitors have simply been directed to another landing page consisting entirely of ads. If the visitor clicks on an ad on this page, revenue will accrue to the publisher. Link units can seem insignificant next to the traditional display ads. A lot of publishers either aren't aware that this option exists or don't think that they'll be effective at generating revenue. But if done correctly, link units can actually increase your RPM quite a bit. Let's take a look at a few examples of effective link units in action. Here's an example from About.com with a link unit appearing near the very top of the page. Though clearly identified as an ad, these link units are styled to look exactly the same as the other links appearing on the site. This similar styling will help to improve the overall performance of this ad unit. This example from TheStreet.com features link units with a very different appearance, but the same general functionality. Appearing after the very end of the article, these link units appear under the "You May Also Like" headline. They work just the same way. Clicking on one of these takes visitors to a landing page filled with ads. Again, no revenue is generated until they click on a link on this second landing page. Here's one final example of an AdSense link unit on Mashable.com. This one appears above the fold, in a position on the site where a nav bar might be expected. Though these link units aren't styled to blend in with the surrounding text, the prominent position no doubt helps the performance. As you can probably tell, I'm a big fan of link units as a complement to traditional ads and a way to improve overall RPMs. If you haven't done so already, consider adding these to your website. If you're using AdSense, you can have up to 3 of them per page. So far, I've touched on standard display ads and link units. Now I'm going to move on to a discussion of several different types of display ads that are relatively easy to implement, including featured content, in-text ads, and pop-ups. Featured content widgets function exactly like traditional ad networks and offer a way to improve overall RPMs. They're generally included at the bottom of an article or in other below-the-fold real estate. Here's an example of this in action at businessweek.com. When a visitor clicks on one of these links, the publisher and the ad network split the revenue generated. The best example of a featured content widget that we've seen is at Politico.com. On this site, This section is placed above the fold, directly below the nav bar. The articles featured here include those that are hosted on Politico.com, as well as those provided by third parties and powered by a Taboola widget. Another incremental revenue opportunity involves turning on-site text into ads. Here's an example from topicfinance.com, powered by Ad Network Infolinks. Notice when I hover over the double green underlined text that an ad appears. When the visitor clicks on these ads, the publisher earns revenue. Pop-up ads are another great opportunity to boost revenue. However, because there's a negative user experience associated with these, we'd recommend using them sparingly. The best way to get pop-up ads on your site is Undertone, an ad network dedicated to high visibility ad units. The effectiveness of these ad implementations will vary by site. For some, they'll generate a nice bit of incremental revenue. For others, they may actually reduce overall earnings by cannibalizing the primary ad units on a page. The best advice I can give is to experiment regularly and keep a close eye on the incremental revenue generated. Let's quickly review the primary points I've discussed so far in this tutorial. Number 1, styling text ads to match the surrounding content is a surefire way to improve performance. Number 2, effectively integrating link units into your site's design will also improve your overall earnings. And 3, complementing traditional banner ads with pop-ups and featured content can lead to improved performance. That's all for now. Be sure to check out our other videos, including part 1 of this tutorial. Thanks for watching.